Yo, what's going on, Chicago Sports Hub? We're gonna do UFC 292 recap what happened over the weekend, talk about that for a little bit, and let's move on to the free pick of the day, shall we? All right, let's talk about it real quick. Andre Pacheco and Natalia Silva, they both looked pretty good. They got the win over the weekend. All went to 3 rounds, both fights. Andre Pacheco, I would say he swings a little wild. He needs to work on punching straight, kicking straight, just throwing straights down the middle. Um, but other than that, he was pretty good. You already know how it is with UFC. It was a close fight. They're gonna give it to the guy who has a better record and who's more of a prospect in the sport. But Natalia Silva, she looked really good. Standing up or kickboxing or Muay Thai. I'm excited to see what's next for Natalia Silva in the flyweight division because she looked pretty good, man. Honestly, she looked pretty good. Let's move on to the next fight real quick. RoboCop. Let me just say this. RoboCop, that motherfucker looked huge compared to Dennis. I mean, damn, that motherfucker was big as hell. But yeah, ground and pound TKO first round. I mean, like I said, guys, I won't be surprised if RoboCop wins. It's just something about that fight was throwing me off a little bit. I was overthinking it. But fuck it. Shout out to RoboCop. Let's talk about the next fight, man. Brad Tavares, he got the win. He did really good with the takedown defense against Chris Weidman. And Brad Tavares, he was just landing his leg kicks throughout the whole fight. Just nasty ass leg kicks. I was worried for Chris Weidman. I thought his ass was going to break his fucking leg again. But Chris Weidman, he was putting up a fight. You know, he was still showing that he was still in the fight somewhat. But Chris Weidman, man, he's getting old. He needs to hang it up. He needs to retire, man. He had a good run, dog. Just hang it up. But shout out to Brad Tavares. He got the win. And, yeah. Shout out to Brad Tavares. Let's talk about the next fight. Cheeto versus Pedro Munoz. Oh, this was a decent fight, actually. Pedro Munoz, he started off quick. He picked up the pace fast, and I was kind of worried for Cheeto because he starts off the fight slow. But Pedro won the first round, second, third round, and went to Cheeto, man. He was picking it up. He landed some lethal-ass jabs, some piston jabs and shit. You know, it was putting some damage on him. Yeah, besides the jabs, he was landing some body shots, some of the leg kicks, but it was the jabs 2 and 3 rounds, bro. And just like another fight. If it's gonna be a close fight, they're gonna give it to Cheeto. I mean, come on, O'Malley won, so they're trying to make. I feel like they're trying to make that shit happen, bro. Cheeto versus O'Malley. But yeah, shout out to Cheeto to get the win over Pedro Munoz. Let's talk about the next fight, Mario Batista versus Blackshear. This one was kind of interesting. It could have went either fucking way. Blackshear, he had 90 significant strikes compared to Mario's 79. Blackshear, he had 4 out of 7 takedowns compared to Mario's Batista's 2 out of 7 takedowns. That's why I'm like, I don't know. It could have went towards Blackshear, honestly. But shout out to Mario Batista. He got the win in a close one. I will say this, though, guys. We will see Blackshear again because he showed me that he's a pretty decent fighter, bro. And for him to have 2 fights in 2 weeks, it's not bad, man. And he looked pretty decent. So shout out to Blackshear. We're definitely gonna see him again as well. Shout out to both these fighters, Mario Batista and Blackshear. Let's move on to the next fight. Ian Gary versus Neil Magny. Ian Gary, he got the win all 3 rounds by decision. But once the fight fucking started, he just landed a nasty ass leg kick and Magny just dropped to the floor. Ian Gary, he is huge for a welterweight. Neil Magny, like he was the same size as Neil Magny, and Neil Magny's pretty big for a welterweight as well. But Ian Gary, he was quick, he was fast, he's strong. I'm excited to see what's next for Ian Gary. He called out Wonder Boy, but Dana White, he said that Wonder Boy was supposed to fight Ian Gary. Wonder Boy, he was supposed to fight instead of Neil Magny, but Wonder Boy turned it down. I don't know why, but let's see what's next for Ian Gary. He's definitely legit, but in the welterweight division, it's going to be really, really stacked, guys. Really stacked. But, yeah, man, shout out to Ian Gary. The co-main event. Let's talk about the co-main event. Wei Lee versus Amanda Lemos. Woo, Wei Lee smoked her. Dominated her ass. I mean, 168 significant strikes Wei Lee had compared to Amanda Lemos' 24 significant strikes. That's crazy. Wei Lee had 6 out of 7 takedowns. Like 14 minutes on ground control. She was just dominating. She looked really good, though. Her wrestling looked really good. Amanda Lemos, I was kind of worried a little bit because she is a jiu-jitsu artist. She will get you in the submission. She did have Wei Lee in a tight-ass chokehold, but she got out of that bitch. And she got the win, man. Shout out to Wei Lee. She started to become one of my favorite women fighters, and I can't wait to see her fight again. So, yeah. Shout out to Wei Lee, man. Let's talk about the main event. Sean O'Malley. Wow. You did it. You did it. Hey, I hope you tuned in the last episode. Sean O'Malley, TKO plus 330. Money. Good value. But shout out O'Malley, man. What I say? He's the only one who has the opportunity to knock out Aljamain Sterling. And he did that. Shout out O'Malley, man, for real. But I will say this. You know, he's the new champ. A big target on his back. From here on out, it is not going to be easy for Sean O'Malley. I like Sean O'Malley. Me and Bart watched Sean O'Malley come up. And it's kind of cool to see a fighter come up and then become champion like that. I like Sean O'Malley, like I was saying, but the division is stacked. It's not going to be easy. He's going to be going against some killers. We'll see, man. We'll see what's next for him. But, yeah, man, shout out to Sean O'Malley. Can't believe he did that shit. Wow. That's about it for UFC recap. Tune in next episode. We got more UFC predictions. NFL's around the fucking corner. I promise I will talk about NFL next episode this week, guys. I got y'all. Let's move on to the free pick of the day, man. August 21st, Monday, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Chicago White Sox. They're at Chicago. The Mariners, they're hot, smoking hot right now. They just swept the Astros at Houston. Today, Luis Castillo is on the mound pitching for the Mariners. But, yeah, man, I got the Mariners covering -1.5, bro. The fact that their bats are hot right now, they're bringing in runs. Luis Castillo, he's a pretty decent pitcher. Yeah, man, let's get it. Mariners, -1.5, covering beating the White Sox today. Peace out, y'all. Tune in next episode. Love.